Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Scream 6. It's been a long time since the original Scream was released. I can't even remember when. I've got a feeling it was like 1996 or something like that. I do remember when it was released, even though I was quite young. And I do remember thinking that I really wanted to watch that film. When I grew up, I was able to watch a lot of horror slasher films, and as anyone who knows me, anyone who has probably been following my channel, I love films. So I love films of all genres, and I do enjoy horror films, and I don't get to see horror films as much anymore, unfortunately. And when Scream 5 was released last year, it took a while for me to get around to seeing it, and I watched it and I thought, it's not great. It's been such a long time since I've seen all the others, I wouldn't even be able to rank it. I don't want to say I lost interest in Scream, but I definitely didn't want to go and see them as much. I didn't rush out to see them after, I would say, the third one. The thing that pushed me over the edge for the third one was at the end of the film, Sydney's in her house. I think she comes in for a dog walk or something, and the door closes behind her without her doing anything, and she's like, "Oh, thanks, Mum." and to me, that was kind of an acknowledgement of paranormal activity, and Scream had never been like that. Now, look, Wes Craven at the time could have done exactly what he wanted to do. He was a horror icon. As far as I'm concerned, he still is, even though he passed 7 or so years ago. So he did end up going to do Scream 4. So Scream 5 was the beginning of the new era. And this now continues that. You've got what they call themselves in this film, the Core 4 from the previous film. And you only actually have Courtney Cox's Gale Weathers back from the original cast. And it's okay, but it's similar to a lot of films nowadays. It's kind of hollow. The stakes don't seem to be there. Now, without spoiling too much, I am going to talk a little bit about it. So if anyone that really wants to go and see it, probably stop here, go and see it, then maybe come back. But in regards to the Core 4 and Gale, they all survive. Okay, I guess that's okay. I mean, you had a couple of people survive from 1 to 2, 2 till 3. And for me, I think it was the third one that turned the tables when, I can't even remember Jamie Kennedy's character's name now, but when his character died, that for me was the shock, going, oh my God, the film study student that can see everything happening has died, all bets are off. And you have a similar character in this one being his niece. But she's awful. She can't see a thing coming. And that's what's kind of funny. She's this kind of film geek that she really appreciates horror films. The whole point of Jamie Kennedy's character was he helped Sydney and the others get through. And when it comes to the third one, it was his cockiness that led to his demise. And I'm pretty sure if I remember right, even in the fourth one, he sends a tape backwards, from the past saying, look, if this happens again, this is what you need to know about a fourth installment, because I'm dead. So it acknowledges that how kind of silly that was, but yet also that his character knew exactly what was coming and the consequences of it. Yet his counterpart in the new ones is just, she doesn't know anything. Anyway, it's a shame because, like I said, it feels hollow and there's no stakes because they introduce new characters just to kill them off. if you're not going to have any stakes, if people that are part of the, I'm going to call them the original because it's, as far as I'm concerned, going to be part of a new trilogy, 5, 6, 7. If they're not in danger, then there's nothing for you to get emotionally connected with. Like I said, don't get me wrong, the film was, it was passable. Unfortunately, films nowadays do suffer with audiences being a bit more film literate. And I saw The Killers coming off a mile away. And I remember watching the original Scream being completely flabbergasted when The Killers were revealed, thinking I did not see that one coming. I think I had the same with 2 and 3, but from then on it has always kind of been obvious. I will say, in the film's defense, this film probably has the best opening since the first one. And it plays on the characteristics of the first one. And that's why I think it's an amazing opening. Again, I'm going to be going into spoilers if you haven't already clicked off. The first film was released back in the, let's say, mid-90s. Drew Barrymore was a big star. So having Drew Barrymore in a film when she was part of the marketing campaign, she is the lead actress. She's the one that everyone knows. She's in the first scene. She encounters Ghostface and she dies. That to me set the tone for the entire film and the film series going, anything can happen. You don't have a clue. And like I said, it's a shame that the later ones have come a bit more predictable. But this one felt in a very similar kind of vein. I can't remember the actor's name. I think it's Tony something. He was in Spider-Man Homecoming as Flash. He kills his film professor within the opening few minutes. And then he takes the mask off to reveal that it's him as he's walking away. And at that moment, I'm going to be honest, my heart dropped and I went, oh God, have they really just revealed the killer? And are they going to do this from the killer's perspective or something? And then as the opening scene started getting on, I thought, actually, they're going to do this, aren't they? That they're going to have him actually be the first real kind of victim of the killers of this film. And that's what they ended up doing. And I think that was a genius play because it's nothing that we've actually seen before in the Scream franchise. So it was different. So for that, I have to give a lot of credit. But other than that, the film was mediocre at best and just kind of predictable, which is unfortunate because I love the Scream films. Now I'm pretty sure they're going to be doing another one, but I probably won't rush out to see it. Who knows? I'll see if I care. But if they don't make stakes within the next film, I think a lot of audiences are just going to switch off, and it'll be a shame for a. This has probably got to be one of the longest running horror film franchises now, right? It's got to be. Even though Freddy and Jason had a lot of films, they were done very quickly. Scream has taken 20 years or so. I hope the next one, if they do a next one, is going to be good. But I'm concerned. And I have been concerned about films, just a lot of the films coming out nowadays, because like I said, a lot of them just seem hollow. But if you guys have seen Scream 6, let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe because it really does help me out. And I'll see you all in the next video.